in college football. This is not your run-of-the-mill regular season game. Instead, it is a top 10 clash. One team hoping to make a giant statement. As we'll see, the number 8 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. First down for this offense. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Finds the tight end. Open space at the 25. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. He'll come out throwing on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
It's a really nice play there. The thing about this guy, he forces the defense to have to stay disciplined. You just can't take a play on him. He reminds me of an old LSU quarterback that I used to play against, Hurt Tyler. He was a guy that could hurt you throwing the ball, but he was also shifty and he could extend plays. We had a great defense at Florida, full of NFL dudes, but he just never let you feel comfortable because of his athleticism and his dynamic ability. This guy has a little bit of that too.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. The aerial assault continues. Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Tigers! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
There's a really nice play there. The thing I like about this guy, too, his versatility. He's not just good running the ball, but he can catch and he can block. And you think about all the greats they've had at the position in recent years. Versatility at the running back position, being an every down back. And that's exactly what this guy embodies.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Line getting set on second down. They'll try the run. Ran through just causing wreckage in the secondary. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. He'll pull it on the read. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding this. And that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. From the gun, running back on the move. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense, because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
They have just bloodied their nose on this drive, all on the ground. It's 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of the stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Takes the handoff. It's Maffa. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man in the middle. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. Getting set for the point after. Right down the middle. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Thomas. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of bounce, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Anderson. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Looking to move it through the air. Finds his tight end. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds me, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, just that shake and bake. And when they get in the second level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine. He might hurtle over you, but if you don't go in with conviction, and he's got the speed to get outside and take it the distance, this dude just makes your heart stop every time he has the ball.
This offense has a second down play. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Caught in the backfield, it's Durham. At the 35, he's open. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
From the red zone, looking for a space. And he's got it! Touchdown, Bayou Bengals!
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They've got to shore up their play in the back half.
About to kick it away after scoring a touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting the push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
To the ground with the back. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off of the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. They'll leave it with him. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. A 3rd down try for the offense. Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. Buys a little time. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
That's a first down for the offense. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, LSU 14, Clemson 7.
Offense working from the pistol. power football with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Using the quick game. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, you're in the red zone, you bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. For the defense, they were expecting run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. The give to the back. There to stop him after a pickup of 3. It's down to the 15. 3rd down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. To the air. It's Klubnik. Fires to the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Absolutely perfect. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. Put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Gets it out quickly. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now, listen, we can't play all the way.
And they got him for the sack.
That is an awesome play up front right there, crashing that play in the backfield. And it's funny, you know, you think back to Clemson. Remember when Trevor Lawrence won a national title his true freshman year? It wasn't necessarily about Trevor Lawrence. They won that title because of their defensive dominance, especially on the D-line. That may have been...
After the filthy move, he's got room. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Slings it. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Just about any LSU offense will make you hold your breath when they play pitch and catch.
Just such elite playmakers usually, just such speed. And listen, when you're a defense, speed kills. And LSU, no matter who plays quarterback, they always got dudes that can fly out wide that absolutely scare you.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm.
Running toward the tape. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Quarterback on the keeper. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, they were trying to set up the option, but the quarterback had no chance. Did you see the defensive tackle penetrate? What a great first step. He shot right through the offensive line and got the TFL.
Wants to throw. It's Nussmeier. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots and they're being aggressive throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the first half. And on that last one, he was looking for number 3.
Using his legs to buy some time. Couldn't find anywhere to throw the football, just got rid of it, and that's the number one thing. Avoid disaster here. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And this one splits the uprights. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. The fair catch called for and made. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack. Get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
They'll give it to him again. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. The give to the tailback. And the Tigers will keep this drive going.
And I know it's not sexy, but those little runs just keep you on your heels, keep the sticks moving, making you understand, like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to be patient. A lot of offenses aren't patient. They get too big play happy, wanting to force the ball down the field. This offense is staying nice and patient right now.
Pocket starts to collapse. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. After misfiring, it's 2nd down. He leaves it with his back. Running with some authority as he bangs his way to the 43.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking for a man, it's Klubnik. Throwing right. And the misconnection on 3rd down.
Well, it's 3rd and short. They're throwing for it. They just can't come up. up a big decision now for the head coach on 4th down.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Throws for the tight end. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the 2nd quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. He wants to throw. Makes the grab. It's Durham. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Second down coming up. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Looking for the end zone. He got it. They will score. Touchdown, Tiger.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Got it in the middle. It's grinding stool. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Timeout, Clemson.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He's going to pass. He'll pull it down and run. They make the stop, and that is the end of the 1st half. That's going to wrap it up here in the 1st half. Stay tuned. 2nd half not too far away. The Tigers will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Maffa. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring goal.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now he's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Offense gets set for second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Wide open downfield. All kinds of room to the right. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Gain of 4. Second down.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. To the air, it's Klubnik. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Tigers. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And the extra point is good as they close to within a touchdown, 24-17.
That makes the score LSU 24, Clemson 17.
The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Still running at the 40. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down. Understand the situation. Understand I got to get north and south. Get a first down. Get a new set of downs.
Wide out in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were...
Looking to take a shot. Throw toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
Quick handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Fires to the big fella. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
You see, this is what great defenses do. Great defenses swarm to the football. So when you do miss a tackle, it's not the end of the world. There's another guy right there to wrap him up. Great defenses seem like they got 12 guys on the field. Nice job swarming to the football, engulfing the running back.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Time to take a shot. He makes a grab. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains.
1st and goal, Clemson.
Clemson will come to the line with the 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson. Lining up to add another.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
Coming out with it, it's Thomas. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this week.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
This quarterback has to know he's got to get rid of the football quickly. This defense has already shown on film that they'll rush this outside linebacker off the edge and make the count 5 on their pass rush. But with his speed and his flexibility, he's too much for a lot of these offensive linemen to handle.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Yeah, and the defensive line, you know, third and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on third down.
It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Trying to beat the D deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
And here comes the offense on second down. Looking for room. It's Durham. And he has a solid game before the defense bottles him up.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Quickly to the tight end. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up fourth down.
Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. Surging forward on the sneak. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
Hey, he looks short on that play, and the quarterback sneak is such an easy play, and you trust it because the quarterback gets the ball right away, but that defensive line was having none of it. Failed fourth down. Big-time stop for this defense.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Makes his man miss. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Give to the running back. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Looking to help the kicker out on third down. From here, it would be a 59-yard attempt. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Makes him talk to the hand. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Tigers. They've got the lead here in the fourth. The AT unit on the field. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away.
31, LSU, 24.
He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
It's first down from their own 23-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but, man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch. And in this case, even catching the football, it was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. It just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. Fast motion from the offense. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. He makes a catch. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical third down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
The handoff, keep working on that clock.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Tigers are flying down the field. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go to the ground. They tried it again and got the same result. They'll get nothing and like it. Now they're looking at a third down.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you've got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth. It's keep that clock running. It's ground game. So interesting now on this third down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
Last 2 runs got a big fat nothing. Let's see if they try to go up top on 3rd and 10. They'll try the right side. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Clemson.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. And the kicker will try to give them a little more cushion on this lead. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. It's a long shot, I know, but you have to keep fighting till the bitter end, Jesse.
But they call it a long shot.
Looking deep down the right side. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. He's going up top here late in the game. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Taking it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics, and I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to two very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things. But find those things that you need to improve on. Keep working on them. Keep developing. Those things you do well, dude, let's do those. Let's do more of those things more consistently.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.